Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Tuesday, the 7th of October. Starting off with the S&P, which I suppose couldn't look any better than it does, which apart from being bullish, is also perhaps a slightly ominous sign as well, in the sense that if it couldn't look any better than this, could only deteriorate. But what we're looking at the moment is the way that we have had support now above the previous September resistance 6700. Above that, we're looking for a pretty direct move up to the top of the channel there, as high as 6900. We were looking for that by the end of next month, but if we're lucky, we might even get that by the end of this month, even though the shutdown issue in the US is a slight concern, or maybe a big concern. If there is a rug pull, it would be down towards the September support there, 6550, which was tested twice in the second half of that month. Moving along to the Nasdaq and the Nasdaq 100, and here you can see that we're just trying to edge through 25,000. We've got that rising trend channel, the black one there from April, top of the channel there, currently heading towards 25,600, which is our target for the end of this month. You can see there's also a line there from the end of January heading towards 26,400, but you get the picture. Above 24,000 recent support, looking for the area up to 26,000, and as you can see, it's been another RSI rebound above the neutral 50 level, which tends to be a positive uh, source of momentum for a market. As I said, not looking for this market to trade below 24,000. You can see the floor of the channel there, just below that level. Moving on to the stocks, and starting off with Blaize, which couldn't resist, rising trend channel base here, and looking for progress, obviously, towards the top of the channel there, which is heading for the $8 level. And we're looking for that by the end of this month, while we remain on the right side of the 200-day moving average at $4.29. Nice RSI rebounds just below the 50 level, which help, as does the way that we gapped up yesterday through previous resistance and the 200-day moving average. 50-day line also rising, which is a positive. On to critical metals, which I suppose is one of the themes of the year in terms of critical metals. We've hit the top of the channel there, $14, which is obviously our target. And if we can get above that, we're looking for a fresh leg to the upside, possibly up to the line I'm just about to draw now, which would be up towards the $20 area. And we'd be looking for that by the end of next month, hopefully even a bit sooner than that. Ideally, the shares remain above recent broken resistance around the $10 level, so basically above 10. Looking for up to 20 on critical metals, helped along by the way that the RSI rebounds have been in place above the 50 level since the end of June. Datavault is next, and it's becoming something of a frequent flyer. Here you can see that we not only managed to hit the first target there at around the $1.30 level, but became very close to the second target, which is quite interesting, $2.20. Hopefully we can do that today. You can see the main resistance in the recent past towards $2.70. Hopefully that would be an end of month target, end of October target, while we're above the old February spike there at $1.74. Interestingly named company next. They're obviously very enthusiastic about what they're trying to get into, which is the Ethzilla Corporation. Here you can see that we've got one of our favored setups, which is finding support above a rising moving average. In this case, it's the 200-day line there at just above $4, above rather 4 cents rather above that, looking for the top of the range and old support as high as 15 cents by the end of this month. So let's see if this rather esoteric situation can actually deliver the goods. If you're cautious, you probably wait for the RSI to get above the neutral 50 level versus 43 at the moment. But the key here, holding that line there, which is around the 5 cents mark. Next up is a stock which was covered here just a few days ago, and it's done what we wanted it to do, which was to hit that top of that rising trend channel base. In fact, the level in question, 92 cents, and hopefully we can revisit that zone pretty soon. You see the 200-day line there up to a dollar, and hopefully sometime during the rest of this month we'll get up to that level, which is obviously resistance, recent post-June resistance for the stock. Ideally, we stay above yesterday's low on an end-of-day close basis, which was 70 cents. Next up is Ioneer, and here another stock where we've hit our target, which is always very nice, as I said. Here, the target there at $7.50. We're back at six. We're just near 6.50 now. But as long as we stay on the right side of $6, which was basically November, December resistance last year, looking for the shares to not only retest the $8 area, but also head up to 1 year resistance up to $9 plus by the end of this month. Another stock which has been mentioned here recently, and was getting quite good at this now, is Leap Therapeutics. And here we managed to hit our second target there, which was at 90 cents. The first target there around 55 cents. So full marks to that. The only thing now is, I suppose, whether the shares have got enough momentum to fill the gap up to the $2 area. Something that might happen conceivably by the end of next month if we can stay above, or while we stay above, the 200-day line there at 70 cents. Big ask, but you never know. I suppose the more likely thing is that we'd test the 55, 56 cent zone and then go up after all the exertions the stock has made over the recent past. Moving along to Eightco, and here another example of a stock finding support above a rising moving average. In this case, it is the 50-day line, and here we can see that the 50-day line there is at the $7 area, 7.22 to be precise. Above that, we're looking for the shares to hopefully head up towards the recent resistance zone at $16, and do that hopefully by the end of next month. Moving along to the last two. The first one is Odyssey, and here we've got a situation. We've got a rising trend channel base. I think the trend channel more accurately drawn there, so I think that would fit better. The shares currently around having support, broken old resistance at $2.30. Above that, looking with $3.60 in the top of the channel by the end of next month. Nice RSI bounces above neutral 50 since the middle of last month. Finishing off with Solgel, where you can see it's another stock which has blown the lights out and blown the doors off in terms of the upside target there. We were looking for around the $43 mark, and we've exceeded that. So that leaves us looking for the upper parallel of that rising trend channel in place since December last year. That looks as though it's heading towards $70, and that would be the target. We can get a proper end of day close above the previous target there at $43. So just a little bit above where we closed yesterday, but obviously looking rather good at the moment, especially with that sort of rising consolidation that we had after the unfilled gap to the upside. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.